Notice how bad I look. I'm about to make Mr's lunch. I didn't water anything yesterday and it shows. So I'm gonna do that this morning as soon as he leaves. Slanted pieces like that. Yeah, there we go. Later today, I'm going to get a few more stalks to keep in the kitchen. I'm refreshing the citrus stew, which is, and I don't know if that shit helps, but that's something that's natural and simple and I'm willing to do in case it does help. I don't necessarily believe it, but it's not impossible, so I'm doing it. Look at that. If I let this go bad, shame on me. I lay out a strip of parchment paper. Go ahead and use my butcher knife. I've been using this a lot lately. I went 15 years without using this knife. Oh, you can see me. Grapefruit. There's grapefruit right there. Coffee mug. And there's me. And there's me. It's a crazy ass shot. I'm gonna adjust my hair so we can go and do a maxi mini. The Max, your favorite Maxi Minimalist, gonna finna do a Maxi Minimal haul, cause I don't have a lot of things to harvest, but the things I have to harvest are overdue. I should not have left them on the plant this long. And I was in the middle of showing you how I was gonna how I cut these bell peppers up and freeze them. Let me go ahead and show you that since I'm here. So what I do is cut the tops off. I cut it around the top and remove the pith and the seeds. Then I hollow out the white veins, cut it in half. Oh, I see you, cabbage moth. I'm coming out there. I'm coming for you. So after I cut it in half, I take the half of the body, about a couple of centimeters thick. Because when they cook down, they're going to cook down thinner anyway, but I want them thick enough to where even after they cook down, you can see them, because I use them for color as well as nutrients in the food. Until I have this is fanned out like so. But not for your hot flash. And then I cut this across the top so that I'll have a bunch of longer strips. And I like to do that right over the bag I'm going to store it in, because I like those juices to get saved in there rather than on the counter. I like for them juices to be in there. Now for my white onions, I cut them in similar size pieces for my white onions. But for my red onions, I actually cut very thin slivers, because whatever I'm putting my red onions in, that's usually the size. So I'm gonna, when I come back in, I'm gonna cut up some red and white onions. Normally something like this I would put into 2 different bags so that they could go. I'm not sealing this all the way right now, putting all the air out. I put them in 2 separate bags and I level them out as flat as they can go, because that's how I want to store them in the freezer. Now I'm finishing the seal. I'm squeezing out the rest of the remaining air. Sometimes I stick a straw in the end and suck all the rest of the air out, but it's not that serious. This is going to be used soon enough. Plus, you can see how it ripples up against the fruit, that it's well processed. And then when I open this up, I just break off a piece and put it in whatever I'm cooking. Now for a Maxi Minimal harvest. All right, let's get down. See, this is turning yellow. That's because it's really ripening further than it should. I'm gonna eat it because we about to go harvest way too many more of these, which also have yellow on them. And I like to pick them before they even get any yellow on them, but at least they did get bigger, so there's more there's more fruit. Breakfast of Champions.